Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, today is Sunday morning. Sunday morning is around 7 o'clock. Okay, so get ready for another day. Okay, so I read read comment on video on from my ex nanny. Okay, so I'm not supposed to talk about personal life, but sometimes you know what I mean. Life is funny. Sometimes I I talk about fact, fiction. Sometimes involved with my personal life. Okay, so my ex nanny was really angry because I fired her 20 years ago, but she still want to come back to my daughter life, and my daughter refused to talk to her. You know what? She tried to make my daughter to talk to her. I cannot force anybody. Even my own daughter can run away from me and never talk to me again. It can happen too. So you cannot force anybody to talk to somebody. If you know what I mean. If she doesn't want to talk to her, it's her choice. You know what I mean. Everybody have their own life. So today I'm gonna talking about don't be too nice. Okay, if you're too nice in life, people think you stupid. Okay, that's my big mistake in my life. Okay, so I stopped being too nice. Sometimes when I start to get carried away, I back off. You know what I mean. So that's why I learned in a hard way. Okay, even boyfriend, girlfriend, best friend, whatever, even best friend become no more best friend. You know what I mean? Because sometimes when you're too nice, they start to look you like an idiot and stupid. So that's why now I learn another way. Most of the time I'm alone unless the person I think she or he is good person. Okay, I don't wasting my time. Okay, so you know what? Sometimes I used to be, can you do this for me? Yes. Can you do that for me? Yes. Okay. I remember when I used to have a nanny, I was so nice. Even she think I'm not, or I was not. Okay. Because I think she take care of my kid. Okay. So I have to treat her special. But she doesn't think that way. You know what I mean? So I remember, many years ago, you know, my daughter have school next day. She asked me to go pick her up in the airport. Okay, and I could not come because I have to get my daughter to go to school in the morning. I cannot wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning to pick her up at the airport because my nanny was on vacation. Okay, so she really mad at me because I didn't go pick her up, because I did not want to wake my daughter up at 2 o'clock at night to go pick her up in the airport. So she mad, so she refused to work next day. So I say, if you don't want to work, if you don't want to work, you don't have to work for me anymore. She was really surprised, because if people work for you, refuse to do things for you that day or whatever, or act like they are a boss, of course I'm gonna fire. You know what I mean? So I was so nice all along for a long time, and people think that I'm gonna be stupid forever. You know what I mean? So I I have a comment. My ex nanny is so mad and talking about whatever my history about my another kid, whatever, blah blah blah. And she know what kind of person she is. She know what kind of person I am. I don't have to explain. And if people are gonna against you, no matter what you did for them, of course they're not gonna like you, no matter what. You know what I mean? So all you know is you know yourself, or some people who like you, they know who you are. You know what I mean? So my mistake is be too nice, become too stupid. And they think you know brainer, and they don't believe it. They think you're not real if you're too nice. You know what I mean? So that's why I deal with less people. I know I do deal with a lot of thousands of people too, with about my business, but it's a difference. I don't know them personally. You know what I mean? I can deal with million people, but you know, but they don't have to know who I am. They don't have to know my personal life. You know what I mean? It's the best way to deal with people. They don't have to know who you are or the detail, or try to use this against you if they're mad, if they're jealous, if they're angry or whatever. So another thing I know, don't be too nice to people, and people will take advantage of you. You know what I mean? I learned that in a hard way. Even, you know, even sometimes you don't know why they hate you, or why people mad at you. Even you try your best to treat them good, but I don't try anymore. Okay, I really try to be best version of myself right now. I don't try to impress people, because why we have to impress people? You know, wasting time. You know what I mean? So better treat yourself good. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? So even you treat people good, they don't appreciate anyway. You know what I mean? So okay, by the way, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe. I will see you next video. Thank you. Bye bye.